about NBA 2K21. Woot woot.
We've been asking the community members about what they're excited for with the new game,
as well as devs, and asking them what we can expect. And here at 2K TV.
The Heat came into the building looking sharp, but it's going to take more than a good wardrobe to get this win tonight on the road. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. Still hypothetically 2-on-2, and David. Well, Oakland has been a wonderful home for the Warriors. You know San Francisco will be too. Thanks, DA. So the opening lineup for the Heat, Honey out there with Rain Man, and it's the Machine, and it's Cool Hands, and it's Daniels in at the 1 spot. And for Golden State, they've got Boss. Prime Time is out there with Dimes. Then there's Burke, and it's Kim in at the 3 slot. Here's Galloway. Kim, the pass to Watkins. From outside, off the mark. Here is Daniels. Pass to Kent. 5 to shoot. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Miami shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Here's Boss. He dishes it to Burke. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rain Man. That is his first foul of the game.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. It's a 3-point game. No coverage that time. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Now Daniels. Fades. It's deflected, but they recover it. Clock at 6. The Heat need to get a shot off. From deep. It's hauled in by Griffith. And it's the Warriors' ball. And Bill, we've seen more and more teams base their offenses around 3-point shooting. Threes are at an all-time high. We know that. Should the NBA, that in mind, do anything to address this via any rule change? Which I don't know what that would mean, but it has been talked about.
I don't like changing. I think it's going to manifest itself with it doesn't work in the playoffs as well. And teams are going to slowly realize like that you need to blend an inside-outside game at least a little bit.
Well, you can't lose what the game is.
No,
it's bigs and smalls, it's inside, it's outside. And
it's still passing and unselfishness. The Warriors take a lot of threes, but they're the most unselfish team we have, and they create a lot of layups, and they play, they're really creative. And you just can't, that just can't be your thing is we shoot 53s, here's our offense. The problem is you're still going to get in these games where 2 points really matters, and that's what you saw with Kawhi in the playoffs last year. These games slow down, and it's going to be a 92-89 ending, and your team needs to get 10 baskets in the fourth quarter, no matter how you're going to get them. You still need somebody who can do that, too.
Here's Kent. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Passes to Watkins. Here's Griffith. Over Daniels. Again, Golden State.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Look at Miami. They want to turn it around after the loss to the Hornets. The pass to Peterson. Here's Rain Man. Connects from 3-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Watkins passes to Griffin. Feeds it to Galloway. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Baxter passes to Daniels. Here's the machine. Burke covering. Here's Kent. The Heat rebound. That shot off. And so it's Golden State with it. Kim, the pass to Griffin. Here's Boss. Here's Galloway. No good on that one.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. He logs up the alley-oop pass, throws down the alley-oop slam. Bill, you look at the awards given out by the league. Most have been around for a while. But is there any award that you'd like to add? Something that's not being touched on in terms of high performance and success?
I think that there should be a playoff MVP. I made this case in my book.
That's
that
a great idea.
There's always like a best guy in every postseason, and I would like to see who that would be. And it's pretty easy to go backwards and figure out who it was. I did that. Just go backwards and have all the backstory of who it should have been, but then going forward, now here are the ones we're adding. I would like to see that. I would also like to see a best bench celebration award, because certain teams just have these guys. They're good at pointing, they're good at fist pumping, first guy during the timeout running over,
chest bumps,
they have handshakes,
all of it. Yeah.
They're waiting at the scorer's table before the game to do the special handshake with each guy. I feel like that guy deserves some shine. Last year, DeAndre Jordan, I think, was one of the first guys I remember who was just great at this before he started playing. Late 2000s clips. I was like, man, this guy's really, he's not playing, but he's really
into
figuring
it.
out how to affect the game.
Good. Basket, good.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Rain Man passes to Baxter. And it's blocked.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Good on the shot.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in San Francisco.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserve.
Probably looking for more of the same here. As we know, a deep bench so crucial to any team's success.
We have the time. Let's take a look at last season's best transition team. In third, the Warriors.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
The Heat trail by 4. Bill, you're a basketball historian. We know that. Do fans romanticize too much about the past?
I would say the other way. I think they don't appreciate it enough, especially like the millennials and Gen Z. You know, you're out there, you're playing this game right now. They tend to think the league started when Kobe showed up and that the 90s and the 80s didn't happen. I sense a real resentment from the younger fans with the LeBron versus MJ thing, because LeBron's their guy. They get to watch LeBron. They don't want to hear that MJ was better than him, so they make the case for LeBron and the way things are now.
What about like the Oscar Robertsons, the Elgin Baylors? And we talked about,
oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness, you talk about some of these players. unbelievable.
Yeah, the
Fantastic
60s,
numbers.
70s, 80s.
Oh,
I think part of what hurts is people can go on YouTube, and when you watch some of the older stuff, nobody's playing defense.
and it's the Warriors with the ball. Heat knocking down the tray. Burke, the pass to Griffin. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Powell, he's checked in for the Warriors. And then for Miami, bodyguards checked in for money. And Levins is subbed in for the Machine.
One shot.
Last outing for Golden State, it was a loss to Brooklyn. And here's Daniels. Launches a three. And again, Miami with the triple.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Griffith passes to Galloway. Dishes it to Burke. Here's Galloway. Fires from 14. And it's Miami with the rebound. Rain Man's got 5 rebounds tonight. And that's a foul called on the Beast. That's foul number 2 for him.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
And the Warriors with some changes. Money comes in for Dimes. And Z's subbed in for Burke. Red Hotties checked in for the Heat. Here is Daniels. 6 points for him. And he lays it straight in. Daniels has got 8. And Bill, when it comes to NBA awards, some people have said voter fatigue is a factor. Would you agree with that?
No, I actually think NBA awards are in the best shape they've been in because people are afraid to screw up. You know, that with the internet and the accountability we have now.
Accountability, exactly.
And we
There's
also,
nothing anonymous about it.
No. And we have really good numbers and metrics now, and I actually think we make the right decisions with this stuff most of the time now. I didn't really see any egregious stuff last year other than the one person who voted Dwayne Wade for second team All-NBA.
You get a vote, don't you?
I do, and I take it really seriously.
I do too.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
I really care
Our name
about
is
it.
attached to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also, like, when I wrote my book, I really relied on the All-NBA stuff. Like, they're a snapshot of what happened that season.
Good point.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Downtown, and the Heat another 3. And from everything we're hearing, Bill, the draft's one and done aspect may be coming to an end. Like it?
For me, the G League is the key to all of this. I would like to see the guys come right out of high school and go into the G League and have an actual infrastructure that's attached to the real team.
And the G League is having an effect on the NBA. There are a lot of former guys from that late playing in the big league.
And the other thing is, like, sports rights are becoming more and more valuable with the streaming services. And just the fact that you can watch a game anywhere you are. You can watch it on your phone. You can watch it if you're in China. You can watch it if you're in Hawaii. And I think the G League should be a bigger thing. So if they can figure out a way to kind of steal college basketball's corner with some of this stuff while also preparing these guys. The one and done, that makes no sense to me. I don't understand what anyone gains from going to college for 5 months and then pretend they're a college student.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Golden State's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Now, though, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Now, here's Levens. Graham defending. And Levens throws it down.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Here's Kim. Shot clock at 5, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Warriors shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. You've been producing documentaries going deeper into athlete stories, which I know you love, because I think you're curious more than anything else.
Yeah.
So what drew you to that process?
Initially, it was we dove into these stories. We thought that was the inefficiency of, instead of these big, broad type of documentaries, concentrate on events and players and moments and things like that. And I think as you get into that and you start doing it, it just becomes intoxicating. And the cool thing about it is no story should be told the same way you would tell somebody else's story. You just don't know. You got to figure it out. Like, we had Steve Nash, his last Lakers season. He wanted to do a documentary about it. And then we spitballed it, and we decided it was actually a better idea to do an in-the-moment digital series about it that you could experience in real time with the thing. And it was the right idea, and that was really good. I think trying to figure out what story clicks the best with an athlete, how to tell whatever story they have correctly, is the coolest part of it.
Now, here's Levens. He's guarded closely. Down low, here's Daniels, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
The Heat shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. Free throw good from Daniels. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Now here's Powell. to Galloway. 1:25 left in the first quarter. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And here are the Heat now. The Heat with the lead. Pass to Baxter. And here's Levens. To the middle. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Miami shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And he knocks down the first one. Aussie's checked in for Q. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Plenty of space, and he gets the jumper to drop. And the Heat lead by 5.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Passes it to Galloway. Golden State moving it around. Graham with the bucket.
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now here's Levens. Daniel takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Here's Boss. He's still scoreless so far in this one. A steal. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Powell with it. Now the pass to Graham. No good on the triple. And so it's the Miami Heat with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. We come back right after this. Again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
So they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
The Heat leading by 6. And Bill, when you yourself get out on the court, is there a play you try to channel or emulate, try to visualize in your mind?
You mean when I'm playing pickup?
Yes, yes.
Oh, well now, at this point in my life, it's Davis Bertans. Is that how you say his name?
Davis Bertans.
Davis Bertans?
Yeah, yes. By the way, what a great stroke.
I emulate all stretch fours and don't guard anybody. Yeah. That's who I am at this point in my life. I run from three-point line to three-point line.
You stay in the perimeter.
Yeah.
Don't tangle up inside.
My free throw attempts are 0 because I don't go to the line.
Just fire away.
And I want you to know I'm there to make an open jump shot. And don't ask me to do anything else, please. I'll set some picks.
Yeah. You're a great screen
set some picks.
You're a great pick and roll guy. Z out there with money. Then there's Boss, and it's prime time, and it's Powell in at the 2. That's the Warriors 5. Galloway dishes to Graham. Takes a three. That's good. And so Galloway with the assist. Galloway has got 3 assists tonight.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitive.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And it's Graham missing.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And that one's good. Daniels.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Warriors trail by 8. Pass to Powell. There's Galloway. He's got 8. Pass to Watkins. The 3. Buries it from three-point range. Boss has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Daniels kicks to Levens. And the Heat, another 3.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the second quarter.
Passes it to Watkins. Here's Reed. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 6 on the shot clock. Watkins passes to Reed. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Now Levens. 5 points in the game. A floater. Count it. Levens got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce?
Here's Boss. He lobs it up. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to 6. That one coming from Reed.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
You got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Burke comes in for Z, then for the Heat. Rain Man's checked in for the bodyguard. Money comes in for Cool Hands, and the Machine subbed in for Levens. Here's the Machine. The 3. It's hauled in by Griffith. Griffith has got his 4th rebound in this one. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Rain Man passes to Daniels. Knocks it loose. And it's the Warriors on the break. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Now, I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Saturday, they will start out on the road to play the Bucks in Milwaukee. Then on Monday, they're off to Toronto to face the Raptors. So it's Miami now. Here's Kent, and that one is hammered home.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now here's Powell. Here's Griffith. Burke kicks to Powell. 4 on the clock. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. The pass to Daniels. He tries for 3. Peterson, that's good. Peterson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Heat. The Warriors have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Here's Griffith. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Hugh, he's checked in for the Warriors. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
That one drops for him.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Jacks up a 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Kent, the pass to Raymond. And again, Miami with the triple.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And the foul called on Dimes. That is his first foul of the game.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
And here's Daniels. He's got 18. That's tipped. Pass to Kent. Here's Peterson. Burke covering. And another basket for Miami.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Powell, the pass to Griffith. Back to Powell. Pass to Kim. He kicks to Burke. 6 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Takes the 13-footer and no good. Trying to use the glass. Daniels from outside. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
You love basketball. Couldn't miss in the first quarter. Now can't make it in the second quarter. Got to be eating at him just a bit.
Griffith passes to Burke. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And even 3-on-3 break.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. You look at Houdini, what a contribution.
And he's in a complete groove right now. I don't think they can stop him altogether, but they at least need to make him work a little harder than he has been.
trail by 14. Now here's Powell. The pass to Kim. Here's Reed. Golden State moving it around. Just 5 to shoot. Burke looking over the floor. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Pass to Peterson. Shoots over Burke. Kicks to Daniels. And it's Miami with another.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Powell, the pass to Kim. Here's Reed. They could use a bucket. No good. His first miss after 3 makes.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Rainman. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. The Heat leading by 16. Passes it to Kent. He kicks to Daniels. Here's the pass to Kent. He scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Powell, the pass to Griffin. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Throws it up high.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Cool hands checked in for Red Hot. Powell with the bounce pass. Griffith passes to Burke. Kicks it to Powell. Burke with it. 5 points in the game. Just 5 on the clock. To the paint. Griffith. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And they've gotten away from the inside game this quarter. It was working well for them in the first. They should get back to that game plan. Work it inside and punish the D down low.
Levens checked in for Daniels. And here are the Heat. They're on a 20-7 run. Here's Rain Man. 6 points for him. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best 3-point shooters in the league.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Rain Man's got 9 points.
And that's his second in this quarter, guys. He's made 3 so far this game and is showing no signs of slowing down.
Burke, the pass to Griffin. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And here we go. Fast break. Burks got it. Got that one up quick. Burks got 5 points now in the quarter. And a special thanks to our guest, Bill Simmons. Always a compelling discussion, and I hope we can continue.
Please, I'm available. Just call me. I'm ready.
I will.
All right, I'm
There's your
ready.
number right here on
Yeah,
my speed
you
dial.
have my number. Call me.
You know, Brent, it's a different kind of broadcast with Bill Simmons mic'd up. He lets it rip.
Well, the thing about Bill is he's not going to hold back. He has some great, strong opinions, and he backs it up with a lot of facts due to the fact that he knows the history of the game quite well.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Primetime's checked in for Dimes, and Z's subbed in for Burke. Heat also with a sub. Bodyguards checked in for Rain Man. .105 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's the lob to the hoop, and he lays in the alley-oop.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Now Powell. He's got 6. Off with the layup.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Peterson, that's good.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Warriors trail by 17. Powell with the bounce pass. It's good. And that's 10 points for Primetime.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. 11. It's blocked. Right wing. And here is Powell. Pass to Graham. Takes the 3. That one, no good. And that does it for the first half of play. Heat lead by 15. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from San Francisco.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of, so it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They lead by 15. Kenny, what do you think?
The thing I've noticed more than anything is how well they spread the floor at the offensive end. Their spacing has been fantastic, and the end result has been a lot of good looks from three-point land. And now they've established themselves from long range, and the defense has to adapt. They're in really solid position right now.
Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
Well, there's no...
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been a clinic out there by Houdini.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
And the movement to bring the NBA back to Seattle, the Pacific Northwest. Brent, you played there half a decade. I know you've got fond memories. How much does that city love the NBA?
The Seattle fans are incredible and
knowledgeable.
Yes, and how much longer do we have to keep talking about how we want a team in Seattle?
One of the great cities in this country.
A fantastic place to play, to live, and the city is starved to get the Sonics back up there in the green and gold.
And they'll support them.
So there's no question about it. So the time is ticking, and everybody's excited about the opportunity in the near future for the team to return.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Rain Man is out there with money. Then it's Cool Hands. Then it's Houdini. And it's Kent in at the 2-guard spot. Second free throw, no good.
And one issue for the Heat for years now, inefficient shooting.
Well, young players are learning how to defend, so you need to do that first. But if you can't go down on the offensive end and you can't find ways to dig out of holes by shooting the basketball, you get down 10 or 12 points. Defense sometimes isn't enough. They've been the bottom third in points scored for quite a while.
Here's Burke. The shot's good. Burke's got 9.
Well, that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Daniels passes to Peterson. Here's Kent. And the Heat, another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Pass to Griffith. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Daniels with it. 20 points for him. Pass to Rainman. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So it's the Warriors now. Warriors trailed by 19. Here's Boss. And there's the pass to Galloway. Here's Burke. And it's off from 3-point range. Pass to Daniels. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Pass to Rainman. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 6 assists here tonight.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
Drills the 3-pointer. 14 points for prime time.
He does so much out there to stretch out the defense, and he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Rainman passes to Peterson. On the wing, Daniels lets it go, and another basket for Miami. The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And he lobs it up toward the rim, up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Oh, wow!
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Passes it to Watkins. Here's the teardrop. Galloway. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
A few opportunities so far at the free throw line. He's made 1, he's missed 2. Red hot, he's checked in for the Heat. That free throw good from Galloway. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And the pass to Hansen. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Here's Boss. He's covered by Daniels.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. There's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Pass to Batch. From past the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Here's Boss. He's covered by Daniels. Miami grabs the miss. Red Hot's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Talent coming from everywhere these days, Brent, including the developmental league. The G League has done a wonderful job of watching players develop there and then vaulting them up to the big league.
And I think last year, Kevin, the numbers were that more than half the players in the NBA had spent some time in the G League. You want to talk about that league coming a long way?
What an impact.
Massive.
Yes.
And what you're seeing, too, over the past few years, Kevin, is people doing a great job of using the G League a lot better. Not just experimenting and lab-ratting what that team is about, but really well thought out player development and stints for guys on their team rather than just practicing and traveling and sitting and watching games. You're watching guys go play a game in the afternoon and then coming up to the NBA level and participating in an NBA game that night. That's going to go a long way to make guys in the early part of their career take the necessary strides in a lot quicker than they normally would.
This two-way contract has been a wonderful addition.
Except if you talk to their agents, Kevin. Yes, it's been very good for the control of an organization to find that kind of talent.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Kent. And that one hits back iron. Warriors trail by 17 to the inside. And slam dunk by Burke.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Now Daniels, 26 points for him. No problems knocking that one down. Cool Hands got 9 points here in the second half.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half. This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki spent his whole career with the Dallas Mavericks. We don't see that much anymore, from the beginning to the end with one team.
No, but I think we're going to still occasionally have anomalies like we did with Reggie being in Indiana for the years of his playing career. Nate McMillan was in Seattle for his playing career, now coach of the Indiana Pacers. So there will be times where we'll have that once or twice. It's not going to happen very much.
Not in today's
not in
NBA.
today's game, and not
sports.
with what's at stake.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Pass to Galloway. Here's Boss. He kicks it to Powell. Shot clock at 6. There's the dish to Galloway. From deep three-point range. Boss, no good. The Heat leading by 19. And here's Daniels. Brady passes to Levens. Here is Daniels, guarded by Powell. Passes to Levens. No good on that one. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. They hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run. Inside, here's Powell. Makes it off the glass. Powell's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Daniels from outside. And the Heat, another 3.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Warriors trail by 20. Snatched away. And here we go. Levens heading to the hoop. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Galloway kicks to Graham. To the middle. Here's Powell. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Rain Man's checked in for the Heat. The free throw drops for Powell.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Here's Daniels, and it's blocked. And he recovers it. The pass to Baxter. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Levens, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so Galloway with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Trailing by 19. Timeout called the Warriors. You look at Houdini. What a contribution.
And he is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on him much quicker when he's lining up those threes.
And the Warriors with possession here. Pass to Watkins. Here's Galloway. Kicks it to Graham. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Galloway, no good.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Graham tries again, and the layup is good. Graham's got 8.
Well, he seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
There's the 3. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Well, he's building off that strong first half he had. I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure him out in the second.
Beyond the arc. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Levens. He has 7. Daniels, no good.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
The Warriors have had 12 attempts at the line, making 8 so far. First free throw is good. And the Warriors making a change here. Burks is checked in. 2 shots. And so he makes both from the line.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who are you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
And a wide open look for Levens. And again, Miami with the triple.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Powell, the pass to Burke. Down low. Here's Powell. That's tipped. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Baxter. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Cool Hands got 14 points now in the second half. Warriors trail by 21. Powell with it. He's got 11. Pass to Galloway. Back to Powell. Here's Boss. Here's Galloway. Off target from the wing. And so it's Miami sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We'll return shortly. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Boss on the out there with Burke, and it's prime time, and it's Powell in at the point. That's the Warriors 5. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contract. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James, whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
And Miami making a change here. Peterson's checked in.
Well, he's putting his game right in the face of the defense right now and just driving into the paint to get contact.
Now Levens. Passes it to Daniels. 5 on the clock. From deep. The Warriors pull it in. Galloway has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And the call will go against Houdini. That's foul number 2 for him. Q, he's checked in for Boss. Burke finds Powell. Here's Galloway. He's covered by Daniels. The pass to Kim. Shoots. And that's a foul called on Money. That is his first foul of the game. The Machines checked in for Daniels. The Heat leading by 20. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. They retain possession. Peterson the pass to Levens, and there it is for him. Levens got 5 points now in the quarter.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Here's Burke, and it's Miami with the rebound.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Powell, the pass to Galloway. Back to Powell. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Galloway has got assist number 7 for him tonight. The Heat have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Pass to Levens. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Passes to Brady. And he's going up for the alley-oop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Pass to Reed. No good on the shot. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Here's Kent. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And here is Powell.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to the perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage for them. That play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Now, here's Levens. To the paint. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Sometimes you like to see guys go with the bounce pass, threading it through there perfectly.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And then for Miami, the Monsters checked in for the bodyguard. Riley comes in for cool hands, and it's Doc in for the machine. Trez with the ball. The pass to Griffin. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The first free throw is good. When a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in it?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time, coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right. All about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can. That's an important factor.
It's blocked, and it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Just 5 to shoot. Puts it up from 7, and it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14. And here are the Heat now. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Levens dishes to Maggette. Fires from deep. Sinks the triple. Doc's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
And Pierce gets it to go on the assist from Prez.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Nichols. Here's Peterson. Pierce covering. Shoots from the block. Jump shot is good that time. 30 points for Money.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Whitney against Riley. Kicks to Gray. The feed to Pierce. Silk passes to Griffin. Pierce trying to break free, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. what I think about, Kevin, when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line.
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also, because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Be unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Keller passes to Griffith. Now here's Prez. Guarded closely. Passes it to Gray. Here's Griffith. Clock at 6. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Miami with the ball. Miami's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Riley. To the right side. Maggette right side. 5 to shoot. From the arc. And the Heat, another 3.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
To the wing right side. Here's Griffith. A few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over, and you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior, and you're a college player, and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
Maggette against Pierce. To the inside, and stolen by Levens. Maggette outside. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Riley. It's hauled in by Griffith. Griffith has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Whitney misses. And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 15-6 run.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Heat.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they've really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for money.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Z's checked in for the Warriors. Bodyguards checked in for Miami. Murray comes in for Levens. And that one falls for Maggette. 50 seconds left in the fourth. Now here's Prez. He's covered by Murray. Here's Graham. It's good from long range.
Yeah, so reliable. He clearly needs to be more involved in the offense as they try to shrink this lead.
Here's the bodyguard. Murray left side. Rejected by Pierce. And he's able to get it back. Here's Riley. No good from outside. And the Warriors with possession here. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. "16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So Miami takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the